Hello, welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. I'm your host, Aaron Comey. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why I am not voting for Beto. Reason number 1, the mandatory gun buyback program. In addition to his other Second Amendment infringing policies and proposals, that is particularly dangerous, especially considering the rhetoric and the forcefulness with which he's put it forward and with he said he's going to go after people's guns. That yes, he's coming to take people's guns. That in itself is beyond problematic. That's beyond just infringing on people's rights. That's going to cause a lot of loss of life, a lot of problems. People will be murdered. People will be sent to prison. That will be catastrophic. A lot of people saying, no, don't worry about it. You know, when it comes down to it, people will just give up their guns. There's a lot of people who will not give up their guns. There's a lot of people who will go down fighting. There's a lot of people who otherwise would have continued to live their lives and taken care of their families and done their thing. But then there's going to be people, and I've seen people already make the statement, well, if that's the law and you refuse to follow the law, then you're a criminal. There's people on the left, people that consider themselves progressives, woke, and they're making this argument. And it's like, okay, we can do that with abortion as well. If Trump decides to make abortion illegal and women still get abortions, they're criminals, and therefore they should be subject to the full extent of the law. No, it's a ridiculous argument. It's a ridiculous argument about abortion. It's a ridiculous argument about guns. So don't just try to play this game where you say, oh, if the law says it, it must be right. If it's against the law, it must be wrong. Stop it. Reason number 2. Beto O'rourke has a lot of plans to, as he puts it, improve education. But as I see it, it's just to prop up a failed educational system. Not failing, a failed educational system. Among other things, he wants to increase teachers' pay. He wants to forgive teachers' debt, college debt. So these are policies that clearly are designed to get more people to become teachers. He wants to put more money into public schools. And once again, he's attempting to prop up a failed system. How do we know public schools have failed? Well, if you just take a look at the financial state of people all over the country, you're talking about how many people are poor, can't afford to pay for their health care, aren't making enough money at work, their rent, their housing is unaffordable. All of these people are suffering from economic woes. So the question is, how successful has our public educational system been in preparing people to actually succeed? The answer, it hasn't been. It's been woefully, it's been abysmal in preparing people to succeed. And so we can sit back and blame the Waltons because people are unable to pay their bills, save money, gain wealth. But how come we don't blame the public educational system that took 13 years and the only thing it prepared them to do was to work for the Waltons? The public educational system sucks, and putting more money into it isn't going to change a damn thing. Reason number 3. Beto O'rourke wants to go after tech companies. He's already made the promise. He's already started unveiling plans that he wants to, among other things, he wants to regulate big tech. He wants to regulate the likes of Google, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. But he wants to hold tech companies responsible for content that users post on it. He wants the government to make the rules that the tech companies have to abide by in order to have their users, in order to apply to their users. So, Beto O'Rourke has already shown that he has utter contempt for the Second Amendment. And in reason number 3, he is showing that he has utter contempt for the First Amendment as well. That's a horrible idea. Tech companies should be allowed to set whatever standards they choose to, and us as consumers have the choice to either continue to use these tech companies or go elsewhere. We can choose that if this company just has no standards and lets people say whatever to each other, yeah, I'm getting off that site. It's a toxic site. I don't want to be bothered with it. And we can let these companies go out of business. But we can allow companies to, correction, it's not about allowing, it's about the fact that the government doesn't have any authority to interfere with the speech of individuals who are on these platforms or the companies themselves who are providing the platform for individuals to use. Those are my 3 reasons. Correction, those are 3 of my reasons why I'm not voting for Beto. I'd like to thank you for checking out the channel. I'd like to thank you for watching this episode. And as always, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next episode.